Yes. So good morning again. If you have any question, please interrupt me. It's fine. Just ask the question. So as you already know, you have the link to your home repo, and that's your home repo. So if we scroll down here, you will have your class calendar. I'll just give you an idea about your repo, what you can find inside here. So if I click on class repo or class calendar, sorry, it will just show you the different modules. So our training is divided into 10 different, actually it's 9 module. Some module are 1 week, some module are 2 weeks, some module are 3, and some module are 4 weeks, depending on the module. And we will have 1 week holiday, which will start in the 31st of March. So we will, starting from this date, we will have 1 week, it will be holiday. And that's it. Other than that, we don't have any other holidays. So for the first module, it will be the workflow. The workflow is, it will be for 1 week. And it will teach you how to work. So if I ask you to build a project by yourself or in a group, you need to know how to work together. In order to know how to work together, you need to know what is Git and what is GitHub and how we can collaborate, how you can do your code, and after that, how you can push your code to GitHub. I will not explain the module in detail, just very quickly, because we're going to study them later anyway. So the first module will be workflow. It will be 1 week here. Agile development. Can anyone tell me what is agile development? Anyone knows what agile development?
Is actually how to make sure the system is working fine, like break by break, so it can be able to function in the right way.
So yeah, agile development is a method. It's actually a way, it's a method and a way to develop a software. So for example, if I ask you to build a specific website, it's just not possible to try to build the website, all of it in once. It is not possible. And even if you try, it will not work. So the best way to solve a complex problem, it will be to divide this problem into a smaller problem. So this complex problem, as you can see, we can divide it into a smaller problem. And after that, if you are in a team, each one of you will be responsible for solving one of these smaller problem. So if I click on this one, if I click on this one, and I click on this one, so let's say, I don't know, member 1 will solve problem 1 and 3, for example. Member 2, it will be problem 2 and 4, and so on. And of course, when you solve all these smaller problem, it will be the same as solving the complex problem. Agile development is very important, actually, and we will have 1 week. It will just show you how you can divide your website into smaller issue. Is the idea clear? Yes. No?
Yes.
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 Good. Here, HTML and CSS, you already know HTML and CSS. So we'll spend 2 weeks on that. HTML, not that much. I mean, I will just show you a few tags. CSS, it will be a little bit more, I'll show you, but you're supposed to know already HTML and CSS. After that, we'll come to JavaScript. We'll start here with JavaScript, and the majority of the training, it will be in JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language, and I mean, it's very important to know JavaScript very well. I mean, by the end of training, you should know the basic of JavaScript quite well. I'm not asking you to be professional in JavaScript. That's not possible in 6 months or even in 1 or 2 years. But if you know the basic very well, that should be enough. And that's what they're expecting from a junior developer. So as a junior developer, they're not expecting from you to know everything. No, they're expecting from you to know very well HTML, CSS. You need to know those very well. And also they're expecting from you to know the basic of JavaScript. But also, I mean, to understand the basic, it will take you between 3 to 4 months with very good training. And after that, at the end of the training, we will have like 3 to 4 weeks. Actually, it will be a month. We will study a framework here. So we will be building also the website or the exercise, but we will use React. Can you tell me what is React? What is React?
It's a JavaScript framework developed by Meta.
Yeah, by Facebook or Meta, yeah. So a framework simply, it's just different code or packages developed by other developer. In our case, React is developed by Facebook or Meta. And what we can do here, we can use this framework. Actually, it's library, but anyway, I'll explain later what's the difference between library and framework. For you, it's not important now. So we don't have only React as a framework for JavaScript. We have React, we have Angular, we have Vue, we have Svelte, so we have many. But by far the most popular is React. Now, when we study React, when you finish those and study React, you will see the difference between using a framework and not using a framework. Because when we are not using a framework, we will have to write a lot of code in order to build a website. But when we are using a React here or any other framework here, you will find that the task is actually very, very simpler. So a framework here, it will help us to build the UI. The UI is everything you are seeing here, user interface. Everything you see, we call it UI. So this framework, it will help you to build the UI quite in very simple way. Comparing, of course, if we are using just vanilla JavaScript. When I say vanilla JavaScript, that means only JavaScript without any framework. Is the idea okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Question? Any question about the training here? Question?
Not yet.
Okay, good. I've seen this.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So I have just joined you and I missed little bit maybe.
You did not miss anything. I'm just showing you what different module you're going to study.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a different modules. There will be in total 9. And some
Yeah.
modules are 1 week, some of them are 2 weeks, some of them are 3, some of them are 4, depending.
Yeah.
What I will ask you, of course, is the way the class will be. If it's online or on-site, it will be no different. All the time
Okay.
on the morning, I'm going to explain the concept for you. And if there is any project, I will code the project in front of you in the morning. And after that, I will ask you to do it. Now, there's something very important I need to explain to you here,
Yeah.
which is no one can make you a developer, okay? If anyone tell you that he can make you a developer, he's not honest. Because a developer means you need to practice by yourself a lot. So when I explain some concept, I will give you some exercise or some project, and you need to do this project by yourself. Programming is not something you can learn it just by watching someone or no, you need to do it by yourself. It's just like cooking. I can explain the recipe 100 million times for you and you can understand them. But if you did not do it with your hand, you're not going to learn it. My point here, I'm going to show you the theory. I'm going to teach you everything. But at the end, it's up to you. You need to practice a lot. Did you get the point?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Samir, I have a question.
Yes.
So, according to your schedule, that every Tuesday and Thursday is the class. So tomorrow we are coming. Is that what you mean?
Yes. So
Or
Tuesday and Thursdays are on site, so we'll be in the class, and the other day will be online. But there is no difference between the two. It will be the same idea, same class, same structure, all the same. Okay.
So it's a 2-day or 3-day or Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday.
No. It's only Tuesday and Thursday on site. Only.
Okay.
We wanted to do on site today because it's the first day, but unfortunately we have a strike, and then it will make just a problem for people. So there will be no transportation, and that's the reason why I just make the class online. It will be easy for all of you. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to our first module here. And if I click on the first module here, let's click on it. Now, each module here, whatever module you go here and you click on the module, you will go to in another repo. So a repo is just a folder here on GitHub. So again, a repo or repository is just a folder, but it's on GitHub. So again, if you click on any of these modules, it will take you to another repo. For example, here, if I click on the workflow, it takes me to another module. Now, what's important here, if I scroll down here, as you can see, I have a few different stuff here, as you can see. We have something called learning objective. So what is learning objective? The learning objective is simply what I am expecting from you to learn. So at the end of each module, you should know all of this stuff here. All these learning objectives, you should know them. And that's, of course, work for all modules. So all modules are the same. So we have something called learning objective, and I am expecting from you by the end of this training or by the end of these modules that you already know all these learning objectives. Is learning objective is clear. So it's what I'm expecting from you to learn.
Clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Again, the learning objective is what I'm expecting from you to learn by the end of the module. And of course, if by the end of the module you don't know one thing here, you can let me know and I will explain it. So the idea is very simply, I am expecting at the end of each module that you learn few stuff. And this stuff here, that's what we call learning objective. And of course, by the end of the module, if you don't know some of them here, of course, you will ask me and then I will answer your question. That's first. Second, we have something called suggested study. If I click on suggested study, it will take me to a new here MD file, and here I have a lot of links here. So what is suggested study? Now, of course, suggested studies are not mandatory. That means you don't have to learn them all. Why? Because it's something extra. So if you finish all the exercise or all the project I ask you to do, and you still have time, it will be a really nice idea to go to the study, suggested study. Of course, suggested studies, there is a lot of links. So for example, here, if you are not typing fast, there is a lot of website here you can use just to practice more and try to type a little bit faster. If you don't know what is VS Code, for example, you will click on that, and here we have a lot of link explaining to you what is VS Code or Visual Studio Code. So on. For example, if you don't know what's the command line or CLI, or if you don't know what it is, we have a lot of extra link. Of course, I'm going to explain everything, but there's extra link here if you want to learn more. If you don't know what's NPM, again, we have a lot of link. So extra studies, there are extra links for you if you already finish everything and you want to learn more. Is the idea clear?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
they're not mandatory. That means you don't have to. If you finish everything, it's great. And you go through those, you have just a look, it will be nice, very nice. But if you did not finish everything, that's not mandatory here. There are just some extra links just to help you to master whatever the idea behind the module. Is the idea clear?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
We have deliverables. So what is deliverables? Deliverables simply, it's a project that you need to do during the module. For example, here, if I click on the deliverable here for this module, there is 3 projects you need to do. Student bio group, so there is one of them also, it's a group introduction, it will be a group project, then GitHub profile. And so you need to do all these 3 projects during this week here for this module. So the deliverable, again, it's the project you need to do. You need to finish. They are mandatory. You have to do them. I think that should be clear. Okay.
Yes.
We have lesson plan. So lesson plan is not for you, it's for me. If I click on the lesson plan here and I click on this one, it will show me what do I need to explain here. So as you can see, I have all the material I need to explain in this module, also all the projects that you need to do, simply like that. So the material I need to explain and also the project you need to do. The mostly you don't have to use them, mostly they're for me, but if you want to have a look, that's fine. So then after that, we have some study tips. So study tips here, you'll find them all the time here. I will just tell you that programming is not easy. You need to take your time. And so it's just some general advice to learn programming. So yeah, something like that. Then we have how setting up. Setting up, that means how you gonna, if you want to have this repo. So we have this repo now, which will be for the workflow. If you want to have it locally, that means on your laptop, for example, in some module, we have some exercises. And to do these exercises, you need to have your own repo. So you need to create a fork from this repo. A fork is just a copy. So you need to make a copy from this repo. And after that, you need to copy it and put it on your own machine, your local machine. Local machines, that's mean your computer. And here it will just show you the setting here. It will show you just what you need to do. So here is just telling you will need npm, and then here clone the repo. You still don't know what's clone the repo, but anyway, then navigate to the clone repo, go inside the repo, and then do npm install. And like that, the repo, it will be ready for you, and you can just do your exercises or check the repo. Don't worry about this one for now. Code quality check for now, don't worry about it as well. What's important for now here, and we just go, before we go to the CLI here, you have any problem with this 6 or 7 point here? Because you will see them in each module. So learning objective, you will see it in each module. Do you know now what is learning objective? What's suggested study? What's the deliverable? What is lesson plans?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Very good. So now let's try to start our module here, and I will go very slowly. So let's go first to deliverables. That's fine. No, I don't want deliverable. I want lesson plan. So if I go to the lesson plan here, we have the first material, which is called the CLI. So what is a CLI? The CLI is the command line interface. And you may tell me, what is the command line interface? Can anyone tell me what is the command line interface?
Yes, as like disk operating system, where you give some commands, like, and there, according to that command, there is a response from the system, and that you can call. Normally, disk operating system is an example of CLI, as I learned in studies. But
Anyone else? What do you think the CLI is?
Okay. For me,
Mhm.
a command line interface is like a text-based interface where you can input commands that interact with a computer operating system. The command line system operates like with the help of default shell, like which is between the operating system and a user.
That's very good. But you are
and
very
another thing I gonna add you, when we are discussing the command line system, then we compare with GUI, graphical user interface, like Windows and like this. And before there was a command line system, which actually taking commands from operating system or compiler. So now we are using the major example is graphical user interface, that is called GUI, and these are the parallel comparison between CLI and the GUI, which we are using Windows or other in Linux or other systems, as for my understanding.
Okay, fine. It's absolutely correct, but you're complicating very well. So let's try to make it very simple. So the first question, anyone using Mac here? Is there anyone using Mac?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. So if you are using Mac, you can search for something called terminal. If you click on the terminal here, something like that, it will open. It will not be exactly like mine because mine is customized. It will be different color, stuff like that, but you will have something like that if you are using Mac. Again, if you are using... Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
I think it's more easy for all to use it to install Cinder. It will be fine for use it for all operating systems. So Cinder, we can working with the Mac and Windows, system Windows, and all of that.
Do not
It will
worry
be more
about that.
easy.
No, don't worry about it. All Mac user, did you open your terminal?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Now we have Windows users, of course. Anyone using Linux? Anyone using Linux? No, but if you are using Linux, it's the same idea.
I use Linux, yeah.
Okay, search for terminal. It's very similar to Mac. There's no problem. If you are using Windows, I want you to install an application which is called Get Bash. So if you are using Windows, there's something called Get Bash, and here it's called Get Bash or Get for Windows. I cannot install it here, but what you can do here, you can install this application. And when you install this application, you will have a terminal here. So if you open the application, you will have a terminal very similar to the one for Mac and Linux. For Windows user, please install this one here, which will be Git Bash or Git for Windows. Is it okay? Just type Git Bash, just Git Bash. As you can see here, Git Bash, and try to install this application. And you need to use this application because Git Bash here, it will make your Windows very similar to Linux and Mac. Okay, did you install this application, Git Bash?
We have to
Yes. Not yet.
install. Not yet.
Please do so.
Yes.
Good.
It's any version 32, 64 doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Actually, by most of the time it will be 32. It doesn't matter. Just install it like a normal any application you install it in Windows. After you install your application, you will go to the application on, I don't know if you are using Windows 10 or 11. If you go to your application, you will find something called Git. You just open it, you will have an interface like that. Okay.
I have a small question.
Yes, please.
So on VS Code, in fact, I see that for terminal, we have PowerShell and Bash. What's the difference between the two?
PowerShell is used by Windows, so it's depending on the operating system. The operating system, if your operating system is Windows, Windows by default use something called PowerShell. But if your operating system is Linux and Mac by default, we will use a different, we call it different shell. Now, what you need to understand, there is a little bit different between PowerShell and Bash we are using. So some commands are a little bit different. And that's the reason why I am asking Windows user to install Git Bash. Because when you install Git Bash, the command, it will be the same for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Oh, perfect.
Is it clear, Catherine, right?
Yes, it's very clear. Thank you.
Yeah, the installation is in process.
It is fine. You can just after that install it. It's totally fine.
So it's like I have a question about this Git Bash. It's like a command prompt, or who actually interact with the on site. This is a special for the environment, our development environment, our first front-end user. This is a special one, Git Bash.
Yes, so it's simply a GUI, an application. GUI means graphical user interface. It will include Bash, and it will make the command you entered for Windows the same as Mac and Linux, simply like that. Okay,
but normally some other languages we use Notepad. I like this. This is like same like this Notepad, or it's?
I'm sorry.
It's like we write code in Notepad or for Java for other languages.
No. Just relax. I'll explain everything. Just relax. Okay.
Okay.
Now, for now, just install Git Bash. After you install Git Bash, we need to know the basic of the terminal. Now, the terminal here, it's a GUI first. What is the terminal? The terminal is a GUI. You may tell me, what is a GUI? A GUI is graphical user interface. It's something you can see. You can use a keyboard to type, or you can use the mouse to click on it. For example, if I open any application, Slack is a GUI. If I open VS Code, it's a GUI. Why? Because it's something visual. I can see it, and I can interact with it using my keyboard and my mouse. So that's what you call the GUI. Well, that's fine. So our CLI, our terminal here is GUI. It's very nice. But what is doing here? Well, inside this terminal here, we have something called shell. So what is shell? So we could have shell. It's like an application. So whenever it just here, this shell here is just waiting for me. We're waiting to do what? Waiting for me to type any command. So if I type anything like that, and I click enter, notice my shell here, the one I'm using is called ZSH. Of course, we have Bash, we have ZSH, we have a lot different shell. The most popular by far, or the default one here, it will be Bash or ZSH. So Bash It's maybe a little bit old. It was also used by Mac some years ago, but now it's using ZSH. There's no huge difference between the two. Both of them are shell. And what they are doing, the shell, well, the shell is simply waiting when I type any command. And when I hit enter, it will take this command and it will forward it, take it to the operating system. And the operating system, it will try to handle, it will try to process this command, and then it will try to return the result and show the result here in this GUI, which is a terminal. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a very simple command. And this command for with what you call PWD. Can anyone tell me what's PWD stand for? What's PWD stand for?
Password?
No,
It's
PWD.
to determine your location and which directory you are accepting the command.
So it's simply, yes, it's called print working directory. So if you don't know at any point in the terminal, if you don't know where you are, you can just type PWD, click, and it's telling me you are inside users, see? And the user here is Sam, okay? So PWD stands for print working directory. Directory is just a folder. So if I don't know at any point where I am in the terminal, I can just type PWD, hit enter, and it will tell me you are here, you are here, you are here. So PWD give us the path to the working directory where you are currently, simply like that. Is the idea clear? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, we have a lot of commands. I'm not expecting from you from the day one to learn all the commands. I'm going to explain the basic or the most important of them. And after that, you need to use them. We're going to use them all the time. So we will get used to them. Don't worry about them. So PWD and the commands, they are not related. So each command is separated. So it's fine. Now, PWD, if you know it, that's fine. The other command, you learn one by one. PWD, we said it's print working directory if I don't know where I am. And let's see, learn the second command. We have something called ls. Anyone knows what ls stands for?
Yes.
List the directory. List file.
So if I type ls here, it will list all the directory. Directory means folder, I told you, and also all the file. So ls, it just lists all the directory and all the files. Okay, fine. So what is ls again? Ls, just here it will show me what I have, what different directory. And here, as you can see, the color is like a blue. That means it is a directory. And it will be different from your terminal. But in my terminal here, if I have any file, it will show in different color. So ls just simply list all the file and the folder inside a specific specific place here. So if I say just ls, it will show me all the file I want to. Now, as you can see here, if I say ls, I have application, I have download, I have music, I have desktop. And if I open my Finder here, notice it's the same here. So I have application, desktop, download, stuff like that. So it's actually the same here. Now, what if I want to go inside desktop? So as you can see on the right, I have the GUI here. That's what you call the GUI, and that's what we call the terminal. Of course, you need to learn the terminal. Again, I'm telling you, if you want it or you don't want it, you need to learn the terminal. First, because the terminal is faster, and second, because all developer, even if you work in the front end, you need to know how the terminal works. So it's important to learn the terminal. Now, if I want to go to inside the desktop, all I have to do, I just need to click on this one here, and it will take me to the desktop, as you can see. I have a folder called Mac here. But how can I do that in the terminal? Well, it's actually quite simple command. All I have to do, cd. Can anyone tell me what cd stands for?
Change directory.
Indeed. So change directory, and directory, I told you it's folder. So if I say cd, and here I type where I want to go, and here if I type desktop like that, and by the way, I don't have to type all the word desktop. If I have, as you can see, I have two folder with D, start with D, but only one folder start with DE. So if I type just DE and I hit tab, it will auto-complete it for me. And if I click on this one, notice that my terminal show me that I am in a different place. Here it was just tilde, that's the root directory, but here I'm in /desktop. And to make sure that I am inside desktop, I can use the command. What was the command to show me in which directory I am? What was the command?
PWD.
PWD. Voila. And as you can see, telling me you are inside user, you are inside SAM, you are inside desktop. So simply we use CD to change directory. That means if I want to go inside, for example, here, I just click in the GUI, I just click on desktop. Here, all I have to do just say CD space and the name of the directory I want to go inside. Okay, now I want to know what is inside desktop. And from the right side here, from the GUI, I can see that in the desktop, I have one directory or one folder called Mac. So let's try to do ls, click, and as you can see, I have one folder or one directory, it's called Mac, as you can see. Now, what if I want to go inside Mac again? What should I do?
CD.
Okay,
Use
here in
CD.
the GUI, I can just double click. It will go inside the GUI, as you can see. But here I can just again CD and I can just type M.
Mac.
Yeah, just M only. And if I type just M, because I have only one folder, I will start with M. I hit tab, it will auto-complete it for me. And voila, and now as you can see, I am inside desktop Mac. And to make sure, I can just type PWD, voila, it's a user SAM desktop Mac. That's great. What if I want to clear those? As you can see, they are not nice. I've wrote some command. I want to clear this command.
CLRS. Clear screen.
CLS, that's or a clear screen here is work on Windows, doesn't
Or
work
clear.
for Mac.
Clear.
I can just type clear here.
Oh, yeah.
Voila, as you can see. That's fine. That's okay. Now I am inside Mac. I want to go inside Hack Your Future. It will be the same command, CD, Hack Your Future. While I am inside in Hack Your Future, as you can see. And if I click on site Hack Your Future, I see I have a few directories. So if I type ls, it's showing me the backend, the front end, intro to programming, masterclass.net, masterclass Java. So I have everything here, which is nice. So far we learned a few commands. PWD stands for print working directory. ls stands for list. CD stands for change directory if I want to go inside a specific directory. But now what if I want to, now I am inside Hack Your Future, as you can see. What if I want to go back? What if I want to go to Mac? If you remember the folder of Hack Your Future, what was?
CD
it's Mac.
CD space dot dot.
Dot backslash.
You don't need backslash, just dot dot. But here, if I want to do it in the GUI, it's very simple. If I click on this one, it will take me to Mac. In the terminal, if I want to do it's the same command, CD, but here dot dot. Dot dot means I want to go to the parent directory. So the folder of this directory, this folder, I want to go there. Click, and as you can see now, I am in Mac again. And if I type PWD to make sure, and as you can see, user SAM desktop Mac. Again, if I try CD, dot dot, and here now I am inside desktop, as you can see. If I type again CD, it will take me now to the user here, voila. And as you can see, I am back to the first place I started, as you can see. If I type PWD, I'm sorry, the command is not correct. PWD, it will tell me you are inside user, you are inside SAM. Is the idea clear?
Yes.
So far, we learned how to use a few simple commands like ls, which lists all the directory, CD space the name of the specific folder. Folder and directory are the same. That's why I'm insisting on using both. So CD space the name of the folder or the directory, it will take me inside this folder. If I want to go up one directory, CD space dot dot. Of course, we know what's PWD and what else? That's the command I took. Yeah, PWD print working directory, which is very nice. So that's very basic command here. Yeah, I will teach you another command, which is called man. Can anyone tell me what is man?
Man directory.
Man is a manual. It's for the help.
You're absolutely correct. So before I forgot, we also use clear to clear our terminal. So what is man stand for? Man is something very nice. You'll like it. Man stand for manual. So for example, let's say I don't know what is ls stand for. Can I have any help from the terminal? Well, yes, you can. You can just type man ls. And if I type this one, notice it will show me a lot of text here. So it will tell me, okay, the command name is ls. It stands for list directory. Synopsis is, don't worry about that for now here. description here, it will give you a very long description, and also you can use a lot of flags here. So with ls, you can say ls, then space minus a, or for example, the most popular one is minus a lowercase, not uppercase. Here, I can use with ls minus a here, and it will show me all the hidden file. Some files are hidden by default, you cannot see them. And if I use minus a flag, it will show me this hidden file. I'll show you now. So if here, I want to quit, I want to go, as you can see, I have 2 columns here. All I have to do, I just need to type Q for quit. Q, voila, and it's quit. Let me try to use ls with minus. So if I say ls minus a and click, notice there is a lot of new folders it does not show me before. So if I use only ls, let's use only ls again, it will show me only this directory here. But if I use ls with the flag ls minus a, it will show me a lot of stuff start with dot, as you can see, dot, 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 dot. Everything start with dot, that's hidden file or folder, whatever.
Sorry, can I ask you a
Yes.
question? Is it the same command as in git bash? Because it says that command not found on mine.
What command you are using? ls minus a?
Man ls. Is it the same?
It should be
With
the
how
same,
it
yes.
is?
Are you using,
does.
you are using Windows?
Yeah.
You are using bash? You open the bash?
Yes. Yeah.
It should work. It should work actually.
No, it's
It's
not
strange.
working. I think it's maybe help instead of man.
Try help.
I think it's not working because I on my mine as well, it's not working.
And help
Help is
Help.
working.
neither. No. Neither.
It's fine. No, do not worry about it. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, help on my side, help is working.
Help is
Let's
working,
try
but
help.
manLS not working.
Because I think you need to install man. So help. No, I don't have the command help here. No. Do not worry about it because you simply, you don't really need the terminal to search for anything. You can just use Google, and Google, it will be more descriptive and more, it will be simpler actually. So don't worry, if you don't have man, that's fine. If you have man, you can use it. If you don't have a man, you can just simply Google any command and it will show you all the information about the command. For example, if I want to use this one here, what does ls bash command? So if I click on that, as you can see, it's the ls command, list all the file here, and it show me actually a lot of information if I want to here. So it lists all the command, all the file, and the directory, blah, blah, blah. It show me also some examples, and I can use different flag with it. If I want to use, for example, minus a flag, that's what we call the flag. So ls space minus a, it will show me the hidden file. So it will give you a lot of information. So do not worry, even if it's not working in your computer, that's fine. You can just Google the command. That's okay.
Maybe
that's fine.
I think it's depend upon the version or like this which we have installed, and maybe they are showing some, because I also type man and command not found the response from bash.
For Windows. Where is the man command for Windows?
It's interesting. I think I found, in fact, it's the command and space -- help.
Maybe you're right, actually, because they're talking about, it's
you
equivalent
can
to
use,
dash help.
You can use bash my script dash sh. Maybe that can help.
Guys, try dash help. If it works, that's fine. If it does not work, it's okay. It's fine. So let's just see.
At times I had an issue like that. What I did is that I'll install and then I reinstall it again. So if they can do that, maybe it will help. And make sure that they,
Can you try to type?
Now it works. Just need to type the command and like this space -- help and
okay,
yeah.
That's good. So just type this way ls -- help, any command you want to, and then -- help. It should show you some help. By the way, help is not the same as man. Help is something different, but again, it's working for you, so it's fine. there is a bit different between help and man. Is it okay? Is it okay so far?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
You can Google the command at any point, that's fine, because most of the time you don't want to go to the man. Sometimes the man is quite complex because it includes a lot of pages. Sometimes it's not the easiest for a developer, or especially for junior developer, but don't worry about it. Now, what do I want to do now? Well, what do I want to do now? I won't simply go to inside, let's see, what do I have, LS? I want to go inside desktop, so I can just say desktop like that. I don't know what inside desktop, so let's type LS. I want to go inside Mac. That's fine, let's type LS. I want to go inside Hack Your Future, HYF. And inside Hack Your Future, I don't know, I want to go inside BF frontend. So I can just say CD BF, not backend, frontend. Voila. Now I am inside the frontend. I don't know what inside frontend. So as you can see, I have a bunch of stuff. I want to go inside test. So let's try to go inside test. So we'll say CD test. Voila. Now I am inside test. If I do ls, I don't have anything inside test. Test is just a folder. And it's full empty folder actually. So if I open my VS Code, I don't know where's my VS Code. Just give me a second. So if I open my VS Code here, and I go inside, I'm already inside test. As you can see, I don't have anything. It's just an empty folder, as you can see. Okay, so what should I do now? Well, now here, because I'm inside, I'm sorry.
Create and file.
Yes.
Create and file.
Yes. Now I need to learn how to create a file from the terminal. Well, okay, it's nice. If I am in VS Code, I can simply click on this one. And I can just say, for example, readme.md, and it will create a file for me, which is nice. That's fine. And here I can type some stuff here. I can just say file1, and that should be fine. I mean, that's the way I can do it. But what I can do also, I can just create simply. So let me delete this one here. I can create a file and a folder here from the terminal. And in order to do so, I can simply use a command called touch. Touch, we use it to create files. So if I want to create a file, again, readme, I can just say readme.md, click, and now if I go to my VS Code, see, it's being created again, as you can see. So to create a file from the terminal, all I have to do, I need to use the command touch, simply like that. So touch, and then the name of the file. And also, if I want to, I can just not create one file. I can create multiple files if I want. File.js, and then space file 2.js, file 3.js. So I can create multiple files at the same time if I want to. If I click here, as you can see, voila, 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. Should be simple. Do you know now how to create a file in the terminal?
I think we use
Yes.
mkdir.
What is that?
mkdir. mkdir.
MT?
mk.
That's for creating a directory, not a file. This, I'm creating a file here. I'm not creating a folder. Yeah. We will study it now, don't worry. But now here we to create a file, not to create a folder. Okay, now I know how to create a file, but I don't know how to delete a file. How can I delete a file? So I have these files and I want to delete them. What will be the command? Well, the command simply I can use
I think it's clear. No?
No, clear, just to clear the terminal. RM for remove. So remove, and here I can just remove, and I can put the name of the file. So I can just say file.js, click, and if I go here, I don't have file.js anymore. Let's try go with file 2 and file 3, and I can just say file 2. Yeah, I forget RM. File 2.js, and here I can use file 3.js. And I can delete both of them at the same time, as you can see. Voila. I have just readme.md and it's fine. I can now keep it for now. It is not bad. I know now how to create a file and how to delete a file from the terminal, but still I don't know how to create a folder, a directory. So how can I create a directory? Yes?
mkdri.
Make dir. It just means make directory, create directory. And here I need to give it a name. For example, let's name it hi or anything. If I click on that, as you can see now, I have a folder called hi. And voila, as you can see. If I want to go, I can go inside the file if I want to and create file. I'm sorry, I can go inside the folder hi and create many files if I want to. But now my objective is just to know how to create a directory or a folder. So make dir allow me to create a directory. How can I remove or delete a directory? What is the command?
RM.
Also
RM.
remove. RM. And now I can remove.
mk.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's telling? Relax.
Actually, we can remove it with the two different way. RM-R, we can remove the file with the info you have, and RM-D remove the file, but we don't know the file it was empty actually or not. So it's more yeah.
To make it very simple, Linux and Mac in general, they will not delete a folder. Why? Because it's kind of security. So they do not delete a folder, especially if there is file inside it. So it's in order to, why? Because when I delete something, it does not go to the deleted folder here. So if I delete this one, for example, let me delete this one. When I delete something, it does not go inside here. It does not go to the pin. It's being removed from your laptop permanently. And that's the reason why using RM, it's not easy, actually. You need to be very careful. You need to know what you are deleting. And now if I tell my terminal, okay, I know it's folder, I just want to delete it, I can just say RM, and I can add a flag -R for recursive. And also I can add if I want to, if it's for forest, that means I want you to delete it, I don't care about, just delete it. -R, it will be enough. And if I type hi, click, and now if I go, voila, it's gone. So recursive mean minus, recursive here, we just mean I don't care, just delete it with all the folder inside it, I do not care. If it does not delete, sometimes it does not delete, you can also add another flag. So we can add multiple flag actually. I can just say -R, I can add another flag, F, which will be for force. That means I want you to delete it by force, I don't care. And then I can add the name of the directory and it will delete it. Is it okay?
Okay.
Yes? So if the folder, if
RF
yes?
or R is the same, meaning minus RF.
Again.
RF and RF or R minus R, the same meaning?
It doesn't matter, it's the same meaning. I can use -R like that, -F like that, and the name of the directory, or I can gather both of them and I just say -RF, or I can just say -FR. So it's just some flags, so it has the same meaning. Okay? That's fine.
Sorry, -D also it's working?
-D?
Yes.
With the
What
Windows,
is
yes,
used
it's working.
It's
RM-D.
RM-D.
Again.
RM minus D.
Yes.
It's working also?
Yes, it is working, yes.
But
if you try
it will keep working if the file it was empty. If it's not working. So
let's see what -D is doing here.
It's removing empty directories.
Sure. So explain what's beginning. I don't know. Let me check here. RM. Let's use man. -man RM. If I do that here, -D attempt to remove directory as well as other type of file. So what -D is doing here, it will try to remove or delete the directory and everything inside it. but you can try it. So we have a lot of flags, as you can see. We don't have one flag. We have -d, by the way, the capital letter and the smaller letters are different. So each of those here, they are doing something different. And for you, you don't have to remember all these flags. You just need to remember the command, and you will remember the command because we are using it too much. But at any point, if you don't know what any flag is using, either you can use man or you can just Google it. So if I go here and I try to do, for example, RM with flag -d, and here it will show adding the flag I like many other flags, no, not DI. So let me just say RM -d command. Yeah, it will tell me here to remove the file, but it does not talk about that. RM file, RM -d folder. Meaning, so if I click on this guy here, and yeah, actually does not show me anything, as you can see. Just show me -I to delete all the file in the directory one by one, type of the following. But anyway, we have a lot of different flags. Now, don't concentrate on the flags here. What I want you to concentrate now, just to concentrate on the command for now, because we have multiple commands, many commands. Okay, is the idea clear? Yes.
Yes.
Good. Now we've learned few commands. Now we know at least what we are going to do. We know how to go inside the folder, how to go outside of the folder, how to create a file, how to delete a file, how to create a directory or a folder, how to delete a folder, how to clear our terminal, how to know where we are, how to list different files, and also if I have some hidden file, how to list them as well. So yeah, that should be good. Yeah, for now, I think I just have one other command I want to show you here. And let's say I have this file, which is called readme. Now I want to write some few stuff here. Let's just say hello. I can just say, hi, I am here. Just something simple. So I have just written just dummy text. What if I want to, now I am inside test, as you can see, and I can see that this is my file, which is readme.md. What if I want to see what text inside this file? Can I see what text inside it? So my question here is, I've wrote some dummy text here, and what if I want to see the text inside this file? Is there any command?
I have to cd in, then list.
No, you cannot cd into files. This is a file. This is not a folder.
I think
Is it
with echo, I can see all information about the file.
Echo, it's for printing. Echo, for example, if I want to echo something, so for example, hello, I can just type hi, and if I say, it will type me. So echo just to print whatever I'm passing here. So the command, as you say, it's cat indeed.
Cat, yeah.
Cat, and I can type the name of the file, readme.md, click, and voila, it will show me whatever text inside this file. Okay? Don't worry about the command. We're gonna use them a lot, so you will gonna learn them anyway. But I mean, it's just the basic. Of course, we have multiple. Actually, we have specific language to deal with the terminal, which we call bash scripting. Bash scripting is a programming language, so it has a lot of possibilities. It has function, it has loops, it has a lot of stuff. But for you, you don't need to learn everything. You just need to know how to use that terminal. That's it. No more, no less. And it will come naturally because we're gonna, for the coming 5 months, every day we're gonna use a terminal. So do not worry about that. I just type, if I want to go back to the first place, to this tilde here, to the user root, or what we call the root directory, I can just type cd only. If I type only cd, click, it will take me directly to the first place here. And voila. Let's just now try to go to the second thing we need to study or we need to have an idea. Of course, for the CLI, if you go to the repo and you click on it, you will find here a description with a lot of commands, as you can see, ls, and with different flags as well. ls minus are try to, for now, to avoid the flags, because if you, just remember the command. The flags, we have too much flag for each command, so you don't need to remember them. You can just Google them, that's fine. But as you can see, we have a lot of different commands, as you can see. There are so many. For now, it's just okay for you just to know the basic we explain now, and later on, if we come across to any other command, I will explain. Is the command line interface, the terminal, is it clear, the idea?
Yes.
Yes. Great.
Yes.
Now the first day it will be a little bit boring because I need to explain a lot of stuff you are new. But later on, when we get a little bit advanced, every day I will give you either explain 1 hour or 2 hour max, depending on the project. And after that, I will ask you to build your own project. But for now, there's a lot of stuff you don't know, so I have to explain it. But when it comes to the other days, you will have a lot of time to work by yourself and it will be more interesting. But anyway, so CLI should be clear. CLI is just, as I told you, it's a terminal, it's command line interface. Depending on your operating system, if you are using Windows, please install Get Bash. If you are using Mac or Linux, you already have a terminal, it's a good one. And that's it. So we have a few commands for the terminal. This command simply, as I told you, it will help us to navigate through the terminal or type some command. For example, if I want to go inside a folder, outside a folder, how to create a file, how to delete a file, how to create a directory, how to delete a directory, and so on and so on and so on. That should be fine for now for the CLI. Can we go to the second point, which is Get? Can anyone tell me what is Get? Any idea what is Get?
Git is a tool for you make like checkpoints with this. You save your progress, collaborate with others, is control system, something like that.
Yeah, that's fine. Git.
I think
is actually a dev tool used to source code management. Is like a free open source version of control system to handle small, very large projects, efficiency.
Okay, can anyone try to simplify it, make it much simpler? What do you think a Git is?
The version control system.
Yes, it's a version control system indeed. So, but what is a version control system? First, let's install Git, and after that, I will teach you how to use Git. So, how can I install? Yes.
I think it's same GitHub. It's an open source. We can all people editing or see the code or on this.
Git is different from GitHub. Git is a version control system. GitHub is a server. It's something else. Now let's just go point by point, just slowly by slowly. So first we need to install Git. Depending on your operating system, if you are on Windows, it will be very simple. You already install it. When you install Git Bash, you already have Git. If you are on Mac or Linux, you can just install Git. So depending, I don't know what Linux you are using, you can just say apt. If you are using Ubuntu, apt install Git and you will have it. If you are using Mac, you can also just say download, so Git download. If you click on this one, go like that, and I think is here for Mac here. For Linux, you can install it. For Windows, you can install it. So you can install it for all operating system, as you can see. The latest version we have is 2.4. Of course, it's just an application. You can just click on it and then click, and after that you will install it. It should be simple. Yeah.
I think for Windows, we have already installed from Google.
Yes, because you install Git Bash. Yes. For Windows, you already did. For Mac, if you don't have Git, please install it. Just if you click on this one, and actually it's showing you if you want to use Homebrew. Does anyone has already Homebrew or not on Mac? You know what's Homebrew?
No.
Mac user.
No, I don't.
Okay, it's quite simple. So Homebrew, if I click on this one, Homebrew is a package manager. What do I mean by package manager? So if I want to install any application like Git, like Visual Studio Code, like any application I want to, I can use Homebrew. Simply like that. To install Homebrew, you need to go to this website. You need to open your terminal. You need to copy this one here. Just click on this. If you click on this one, you copy it. Then you need just to go here, paste this one like that, and then click enter. Now I already have it, so I don't need. So if I do this one, it will telling me enter your password. I don't want to enter my password because I already have Homebrew. So if I type brew, as you can see, I already have brew -- version. It will give me the version I have, which is 4.4. Again, what is the Homebrew? It's not something must you need to install it, but actually it's make everything easy for you on Mac. Homebrew is only for Mac. So if you go to here, brew, you have the command to how to install it. So all you have to do, just copy this guy, go to your terminal, paste it here, enter. It will ask you for your password. You enter your password, the password you are using for to open your account or to open your Mac, and then after that, Bro, it will be installed. When you install Bro, all you have to do now to install any application, you can just, for example, I want to install Git. I can just type Git here and click. It will show me the command here. As you can see, the command is simple: Pro install Git. So you can just copy the command now after you have Homebrew, and if I type it here, I already have Git, so I don't need to install it actually. So you can just say, sorry?
Specific for Mac? Not Windows? Not
It's
Windows?
specific. Sorry.
It's not for all operating system, only for
No,
Mac?
no. It's only for Mac.
Okay.
Homebrew is only for Mac. Okay. So Bro is allow you to install different application. It's just a package manager. To install it, you just go to this website here, click on this one, paste it in your terminal, enter, and after that, if you search for any application, it will show you the command. The command is the same for all of them, which will be Bro install whatever the application you want to install. And that should be simple. Okay, and now I'm assuming that all of you already have Git, right? You have Git already? To make sure you have Git, if you type just Git -- version, voila, it should show you the version here, 2.4 or 2 points, whatever. The most important thing, you need to have a version. If you don't have a version, that means you don't have Git. If you have a version, that means you already installed it. Okay?
Yes.
Good. So what is Git? What is it doing here? Well, Git can do many stuff. For example, if I go to GitHub here, and let's just go, for example, so this is what we call the repo or repository. If I want to clone this repo, that means make a copy of it on my own local machine, on my desktop, for example. Well, I can click on this one, and then I can copy this one. And as you can see here, if I copy this link here, which is HTTPS link, if I copy it, now I can go to any place I want to. I want to clone it. I will make a copy of it on the desktop. But remember, I am not on the desktop, as you can see. How can I go inside the desktop?
cd
desktop. Okay, now I am inside desktop. I want to make a copy of this guy here, this repo here. So if I go, as you can see, this repo, which is called BF workflow, I want to have a copy of it on my local machine. Remember, this one is in GitHub, and GitHub is a server. It's online. If I don't have internet connection, I cannot access it. Again, if I don't have internet connection, I cannot access GitHub. So I want to make my own copy. So to make my own copy, all I have to do, just click on this one. I will use HTTPS. We have, of course, different way to use it. I'm going to just use HTTPS link here. If I copy this guy, now I am inside desktop. So I want to clone. Clone means copy this repo. In order to copy this repo, I need to just say git. What is the command? And of course, I have all the command for git. So we have different command here. What is the command to clone the repo?
Git clone.
Git clone.
Yeah. So I will just say get clone, and I'm gonna paste the link I copied from the GitHub repo. And if I type this one, see, it's cloning. And now it will make a copy of it for me. Voila. And now if I'll move it here. So as you can see, the problem is my second screen. I cannot see it. But if I now do ls, as you can see now, I already have my copy from BF workflows. So Git, we can use Git to clone the repo from GitHub to our local machine. So that's first. Second, Git is a version control system. What do I mean by that? Well, to explain that, I need to create a new repo, and I need to show you. So let me just, there's this one. I'm gonna go quickly into test. So let's say cd mac / and I want to go inside hack your future / I want to go inside front end, so BF front end. If you know the path here, you can just write it in one command. I need to go inside test, so let's type test. Now inside the test, I need to create, I'm gonna create a new folder. So let me try to create a new folder. How can I create a new folder? Make
mkb.
Make dir, and I'll just name it, for example, or I will name it hello. Now I want to open this hello guys inside my VS Code. And of course you need to install VS Code because it will be the text editor we're gonna use to write all our code. So VS Code, as most of you already know, it's a text editor, as you can see. It will help us to write code. So let me delete this guy here, I don't need it. Now I need to go inside hello, so let me just type Control-O, or if you want to, you are new to VS Code, all you have to do just file, and then I can just say open folder here. If I click on this one, it will show me the test. I want to go inside hello, so I would click on hello, and then I'm gonna open. Now I am inside hello. So when you see the name here, the name of the folder at the top here, that means you are inside your folder. If you don't see the name, that means you are not inside it. Now, what's something good here is I don't need to use this terminal actually. Why? Because simply I have a terminal inside VS Code. So if I go in VS Code, here, terminal, new terminal, voila. And as you can see, I have a terminal here. Now, what is the advantage of this terminal? Well, everything is in one place. So I can write my code, open the terminal here, do whatever I want to. It's much convenient. This terminal and the other terminal, there's no difference between them. But this one is more convenient because everything in one place for me. Okay, let's say I want to now write my project. So I want to create a file, which will be readme.md. So let's try to create a file. How can I create a file?
Doc.
No.
Touch.
Touch.
Touch. Oh.
So I can touch readme.md. Voila. And now I have my file here. Okay, let's go to this file here and let's type some stuff. For example, I can just say hello, blah blah blah. It's just some gibberish stuff. I'm not so interested about what I'm writing. It's just show you, that's it. Okay, let's say I'm writing my project here. Of course, my project, it will not be one file. It will be 100, maybe 1,000, sometimes 100,000 of them. So I will have a lot of file. I will have a lot of folder in my project. Now, the idea of Git here now, why do I need Git first? First, now, if I make this my file here, or this is the file, I have one file here, and I write something. If I come back in a few days now, I want to change something. I want to change this one, for example, and then now I want to change this one like that. But after that, I realize I make a mistake. Oh, no, it was a mistake. I need to delete what I wrote. I want to go back to the previous version, but I don't know what was the previous version. So the previous versions probably start with this one, but I'm not quite sure what was the previous version. So what I'm going to do here, maybe I just deleted this one and I say it's okay, it's gonna work like that. Maybe it worked, maybe not. So maybe next time I'm gonna do that, I can do, okay, let me create a copy from this guy, just in case I can make a mistakes here. So I can make copy 1. If I make any mistake, I have just a copy here. So I come here and I'll add my project, do some stuff like that. Do some stuff, and after that, say, okay, that's fine. Let me create another copy. So as you can see here, I'm trying to track my changes on this one file. And of course, now it's simple because it's just one file. It's just some gibberish stuff. But imagine like when you have 100 or maybe 1,000 or maybe 10,000 of files and you need to track all the changes on them. It will be almost impossible. Okay? So it won't be practical. It will be really difficult. And you may tell me, why do I need to track the changes? Well, because simply when you work on a project, you need to add some changes. And when you work in a group, not only you, all your colleagues need to do some changes here. So you need to make sure that these changes are working correctly. You tested these changes. So sometimes you need to delete something, add something, and so on. So you need to keep track on whatever change you did. And obviously, as you can see from one file, it's really difficult to do so. One file, maybe it will be okay, but I've created 2 files here and it's really annoying. Well, Git come here and tell me, oh, you don't have to do that. Don't worry about that. I can track your changes. How? Well, it's quite simple. So all I have to do now to tell Git, I just need to tell Git, please track my changes. So now, from now on, any change I make, Git will tell me, okay, you have 1 change, you did this change, you have 2 change, you have 3 change, you have 4 change. And if I am okay with these changes, then I can add these changes, and then I can push these changes to GitHub if I want to. Is what I'm trying to explain is clear or not? Yes, no?
Yes.
Clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine. I do not have a repo for this new project I'm creating, as you can see. So I still did not create a repo. So let me click on mine. Let me go to my profile, click on that. So I don't have any repo, as you can see, for my new project. So I have 2 ways actually to do it. Whenever I'm creating a project, either I'm going to start from GitHub or I'm going to start from my local machine. Now for beginners, it will be a better idea to start from GitHub. Okay. So how? Let's create I'm going to create a new repo, and then I'm going to clone this repo inside this place. I'm going to delete this one here. So I can just say Command O, I can go inside test, open test here, and I'm going to delete this hello. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to GitHub and I'm going to create a new repo. Of course, as I told you, GitHub is just a server. It's allow you to create a different folder. Folder is just simply a repo. So as you can see, I have a lot of folder, and if I click on any one of them, I will find a lot of file and folder inside them. So it's just simply a folder here. Okay, let me create my repo. How can I create a repo? It's quite simple. All I have to do is just click on this new. Then it will tell me choose your owner. Who is the owner? Of course, because you are already part of HBF Frontend 2025, you will have access to 2 organizations, not 1. And because I have a lot of other organizations, as you can see, I need to choose who is the owner. If you want to create it on your own GitHub account, as me, you'll just click on your name and that should be fine. You can make it public all the time. If you make it private, no one will be able to see it, so make it public. And after that, all I have to do, I can just say, just create the repo. Simple. I need to give it a name, of course. I forgot to give it a name. Let's give it a name, hello. And if the name is available, it will say hello is available. If it's not available, you need to change the name. It's quite simple. After I created this repo, as you can see, the repo is empty. So it's telling me here, okay, that's your repo. Your repo is empty. So what I can do now, I need to make a copy from this repo here I create. So let me click on that. Click on that. That's my hello. So now I need to make a copy of this guy here. How can I make a copy? How can I make a copy? I need to clone it, right?
Yeah, you
Yes.
copy the link and then you clone it.
Okay,
Yes.
so all I have to do now is that's HTTPS. I can just, voila, copy this link. Then I can now just go inside test because I want to clone it inside test. So all I have to do, I need to say get clone and the link, voila, click, and as you can see, I have hello here, voila. It's empty, of course, nothing is inside it. Why? Because I did not create anything inside it. It's just an empty folder now. Now, remember here, I see the name test. I don't want to be inside test. I want to be inside my repo, which will be hello. So currently, I am not inside hello. And to convince you, if I type pwd here, as you can see, I'm inside test. I should always be inside my repo. So I am not inside my repo here. I'm inside test because the name is here. So what I can do, I can just go to File, Open Folder, or if you use the shortcut Command O on Mac or Control O on Windows, now I can just click on this one, and voila, and now here, the name is here. Now I am inside my repo. That's very nice. Now, when I close the repo here, now let's create a file, and you already know how to create a file. So for example, let's say touch readme.md, click, and that should be nice. Notice something, have you noticed something different here? So before, when I don't have a repo, I did not have anything here, but now I have something here, and also I have something here in green is telling me main. Can anyone tell me what is that? I mean, if you hover over it here, it looks like, say, it's a source control or version control system. Can anyone tell me what is that? So if I click on this one, it will show me something here. Show me readme.md, and I see the letter U.
That is, it means that you need to, is already included.
It means that Get is telling me, yeah, Get is telling me, okay, of course, when you create a repo and clone the repo, Get will automatically track your file, automatically. So now Get is telling me here, okay, you have one change. You have added, so you here, you have added or updated. That means you add a new file, and this file is called readme.md. So it's untracked, you did not track it yet. Untrack, I will show you what untrack means. So as you can see here, if I go back to my terminal, I have one changes. So Get, whenever I make any changes, Get is telling me, okay, you make one changes. What was the change? Well, the change was adding this file. And now here I can add my code here. If I want to, I can just say hello, something like that. And yeah, I can also just some gibberish here, something like that. So currently I have, as you can see, I have one change. So Get, whenever I make any changes, Get, it will track my changes and it will tell me, okay, here, as you can see, I have one change here. And the change was you added this file, as you can see. And if I look at here, as I have used that mean, or this command here, it's untrack. Untrack, that mean I did not add it yet. Get is tracking it. Get is telling me you have a new change, but you did not add it. You may tell me what is adding mean. I will tell you, just relax a little bit. I will explain for you now. Okay, let's create another file. So if I create another file, I should have two, right? Yes. If I create a new file, I should have number two here, right?
Yes.
Because I make one change. And now here, if I say, for example, touch again, and here instead of readme, I can just say .js. And if I do that, as you can see now, I have two changes. So as you can see, what Get is doing here, it will track your changes. Whenever you make any changes in your repo here, it will track your changes and it will tell you, okay, you have one change you made, you have two changes you made, you have added this file, you have updated this file, you have did something. And that's really very useful for us, because like that, I don't have to worry about my file and my folder and my changes, because all the job Get is doing it for me. Okay, so as you can see, first, Get allows us to clone the repo from GitHub to our local machine. Second, Get track all our changes. Whenever we make any changes in our repo, Get will show us that we have these specific changes. And after that, it's up to us to add these changes and then push to these changes to GitHub. Because now I have some changes, yes, but if I still go to GitHub, I don't have these changes. Why? Can anyone tell me why? Why I don't have these changes?
You haven't pushed them.
Yes.
To the Git.
You're right. Let me just delete this one as well. That's fine. So the way I want you to understand is we have get and we have GitHub. This command D, voila. So that's Git and that's GitHub. Now, GitHub, it's not on your local machine. It's not on your computer. It's on the server. It's online. And here, Git here, you install it on your local machine. So let's say that's my project, okay? So that's a project I create, which was hello. It's a folder, and it was hello. And inside the hello, I had readme.md. So readme.md, for example. Now, when I make some changes, Git will track my changes. It will tell me you have these changes, you have these changes. But of course, I cannot see the changes in GitHub. So what do I have to do? Well, first, I need to check what I have changed. So here on my local machine, I need to check what I have changed. Then I need to do few steps. There's not just one step, actually. There's a few steps I need to do in order to move this code also to GitHub. So it was not immediately like that. No, there's a few steps I need to do to push my code from my local machine to GitHub. And when it is in GitHub, it will be available for everyone. If your repo is public, everyone can access it. Everyone can download it, of course. Not play with it. No, he can download it after that, unless you add them to the repo as a collaborator. But let's try to go step by step and try to understand how can I push my changes to GitHub. Well, in order to do so, what I can do here, I can just type git, only git. If I type git, see, it will show me all the command that I can use with git. So as you can see, I can use clone a repository into a new directory. I can use init to ask git, please track my changes. You don't have to use git init. Why? Because when you create a repo on GitHub and clone it, it will automatically be initialized. So you don't have to use init. I can add my changes. I can remove the changes. So we have a few commands here. I can pull, I can push. If you want any command all the time, you have just to type git and enter, and then you will see all the command. But for now, of course, I can show you what's the command. So what I can do here is the first command, I can see what different changes being made. So to check the changes here I have made, I can just say git status like that. And if I type git status, it will show me what is the status of my project. So if I click enter, notice what will happen. It show me two folders here, or two files. I have readme.md and I have app.js, as you can see. And it's telling me here, oh, is actually the color in red, as you can see. And it tells you did not commit them. I don't know what committing means for now, but what I can see here, I can see there's two changes and both of them in red color. Can anyone tell me what that's supposed to mean? Actually, Git is telling me, Git is very smart. See what it's telling me? Untracked file is mean you did not ask me to track this file. I can track the changes, but you did not ask me to track them. Please use git add so I can include them inside the commit. What should I do now? From reading this command.
You type git add readme and up.
Okay, I can just say git add and the name of the file, which will be readme.md space. I can add multiple files if I want to, and I can just say app.js. Now, when I do that, notice something different will happen. And if I type git status again, of course, you don't have to type the command all the time. If you use up arrow key and down arrow key, you can move to the previous command you used. So if I say git status here, notice I have both of the file, but now their color is changed. Can anyone tell me why their color is changed?
Because you uploaded Git.
Because I included them, so I just added them to Git. So now Git can track them. And also if I look here, the letter is changed. Before it was it was untracked. Git, I did not ask Git to track them. But when I say git add, now I have A and A. A is being created, it's being added. This means these two files are being added to my repo. They are new. I've already added them. It's true because they did not exist. I just created them. And now, as you can see, I have A and A. And if I have a look at the, if I do get status again, I see they are in different color and the color is green. That means I've already added them to what we call the staging area. And you may ask me, what is staging area, right? Yes.
Yes.
Can you share your screen with me, Sajid, so I know what you are talking about?
Okay, how I can share you from where?
Just go down, you have something called share, and you can share your screen.
Okay, share. This is my.
Okay. But that's not your job. It shouldn't be here. Okay,
This is
okay.
my.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, so all you have to do now, you need to find the command. Where are your commands?
Which command where I have to this is my GitHub account.
Yeah,
like
where
this.
is your organization?
Which organization?
BF Frontend 2025.
Yeah, that is on Slack or like this.
No, it's not on Slack. Okay, fine.
It's on, okay, it's I think this one, the repository and
Sajid,
yeah.
Sajid, you are not logged in into your GitHub. That means you cannot see your organization. First, you need to log in into GitHub. Can you log in, please?
I think it's
sign in. Sign in.
Sign in, yes.
Just sign in.
This is my username or okay, sign in.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Now you see that's your organization. Down. On the left.
Yeah.
You see your organization?
Yeah.
Just click on that.
Yeah.
Click on repository. Up. Repository. It's up. Yes. Click on that. Yes.
Yeah.
Go home. Click on home.
Home.
Click on home on the right. On the right. You just have two repos. You have home and you have GitHub.
Just wait.
Sajid, home is there. See? In the middle. Yes, down. That's home. See? Click on home.
Here.
Up. Yes,
yeah,
that's
one.
home.
Yeah.
Yes. Now scroll down. Scroll down. More. Where is your module? Scroll down.
Module 1, yes.
Click on your module. Click on the name of your module.
This one. Module. Okay, this one.
No, that's not it. It was workflows. Click on workflows.
Workflows, yes.
Okay,
GitHub,
now
yes.
could you click on lesson plan, please? Lesson plans.
This one.
No, that's not how it is. Please go back. Lesson plan here. See, you have asset deliverable lesson plan.
Yeah, this
down. Not this one. The other one down.
This one.
Yes, this one. Click on that.
Yeah.
Now go click on click me or click here.
Click here.
Click on get.
This one.
Scroll down. More. And that's the command. Can you copy the first command?
This one.
Yeah, but that's not how we copy. See, there is on the right, there is two triangle here.
Get
no. Can you move your no, don't copy this one, please. Move to the right. That's the left. Right.
This here.
More. No, more.
Here.
Yes, that's copy this one. Yes, click on that.
Yeah.
Go to terminal now. Go to your terminal.
Okay, just.
I don't see your terminal. Yes.
Yeah.
Can you paste it there? Can you delete the tilde? Tilde is extra.
This one.
And put your username inside this double quote and remove your GitHub user.
Where I can find my username?
Your GitHub.
Okay. Yeah, this profile.
Yes, but now you need to know. Okay.
I think this is my username.
It is your username.
Yeah.
It won't work this way. You need to use your arrow key. Okay, paste it there. It must be inside the string.
Yes,
it won't work. You need to put it inside the string.
Yes, it's
It won't work with the mouse here. The terminal do not. We need to use your arrow key. No.
it's
delete. No. Why do you delete it?
Okay, just I put this one, maybe this one.
Yes, pasted.
Yeah. What is this?
It's not pasted correctly. Anyway, just copy it, close as a double quote, and then enter, and that should work. It won't work. You need to copy it again.
Yeah.
Delete the first S.
I think it's okay.
Why you are deleting? Use the arrow key. Why you are deleting? Don't delete.
No, I just double S actually. This one.
Yes, but you can remove the S without deleting. Add double quote.
Yeah.
And enter. Enter. Oh no, the command is not correct. So what is 200 and dash? The command is not correct.
So what is the command? Command is global config.
Get config, get space config. So when you copy pasted, you add this caret bracket 200.
Config.
Get config. Get config.
Just press arrow up and you will get this.
Okay. Get config and space or
dash global. Space dash global.
Dash
global space user.name.
And then
no user.name. You didn't finish the command yet.
What username?
User.name. Don't you see the command here? Just look above a little bit. You'll see the command. User.
USCR user.
Dot name. Space.
And then
and now open quote and type your username.
Yes.
Okay, enter. And now you need to do the same command, but user.email, and you need to put your email, and that should be fine. That's it. Okay.
That is global and same, and then email.
User.email, yes, and you need to put your email.
Okay.
It's not that difficult. All you have to do just copy paste the command.
Email.
The command is not correct. You are missing get at the beginning.
Get.
Sorry, may I share my screen? Can I share my screen, please?
Huh?
Can I share my
yes.
screen?
Yes, you can share. I can
just stop sharing.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's say I have some command here, guys. I cannot just use my mouse like that in the terminal. I can use the arrow key here, okay? So let's say I have which command here. Let's just choose this command here like that. I don't have to delete the command. I can just use the arrow key. I can just go to the command wherever I want to, and I can add the change I want to. Voila. Just use the arrow key, up arrow key, down arrow key, left and right. That's it. You don't have to use delete.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming all of you already enter his credential for Git. You use this command and this command to enter your GitHub username and GitHub email, and also use this command to make your VS Code your default editor. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a command to check it? What is my name and what is my email already?
Yes, but I told you what's the command. The command simply is, that's a command here. Get config -- global -e. So if you type it this one, hit enter, it will open your VS Code and it will show you the name, the email, and also this one. And so it will show you this command here. And if you close it, voila. So that's the command to make sure that everything is okay. Get space config space -- global space -e. Okay? Which is here.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So we've seen so far. Let's see what else. Forget that should be enough. For GitHub, I don't want to explain a lot for now on GitHub. So all you need to know now for now how to create a repo. Actually, you need to know how to create a project, but that's okay. Okay, fine. So how to create a new repo, you already know that. You just click on new and you can create the repo you want to. All the time you need to check the owner. So some project I will ask you to create a repo on your class repo. In that case, you need to select your cluster repo. In other project, I want you to create it on your own GitHub account. And in this case, you need to select your own GitHub account. And then you will have to just create a repo. That should be fine for now. What else? Okay. So you already know Git and GitHub. You need to know what's Node. Okay. Does anyone know what is Node? Does anyone know what is Node? Of course, you need to install Node. If you are on Mac, by the way, if you click on this one here, click on Node, it will show you how to install Node on all different operating systems.
Node. A node is a basic unit of a data structure, such as a linked list or a tree data structure, where you need to install it, right?
I did not understand anything because your voice is not clear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said a node is the basic unit of data structure. Most likely use it for React, for
But in
Angular.
this case, it's not a data structure, it's a framework, I guess.
Framework. Okay. What else? What do you think Node is? Hamad?
It's a package that you can install in your machine.
Yeah, you can install it as an application, but it's really not a package. It's environment. What do I mean by that? Well, let me explain to you what is an environment. Okay, now if I open this guy here, it doesn't matter really. If I open my Google Chrome and I right click on it and I click on inspect, as you can see, I have something here which is very strange. We call this one developer tool or dev tool, and you will gonna learn it in the coming 5 months. If I go to the console here, and now if I know some JavaScript, for example, I know how to print stuff in JavaScript. How can I print stuff in JavaScript? Console?
Log.
Yeah, so I can just say console.log, and here I can just print, for example, hello from JavaScript. And if I do so, I hit enter, see it's printing hello from JavaScript. So that's mean my Google Chrome, my browser understand JavaScript, right? Because if it does not understand it, it will not be able to log this one, right? But the question is, how can my browser understand JavaScript? How can my browser understand JavaScript? Why it cannot understand Python? For example, if in Python, I say print or something like that, actually print existing JavaScript as well. So something in Python.
For print, Python, you need for print something in Python.
Yeah, but print, we have it already in JavaScript. So I want something in Python. Let's see what we have in Python. What do we have in Python? What do we have in Python? Print, we have it in JavaScript. It's function. It's something different. If I type any Python here, let's try something else. For example, let's say int it's equal to 10, and here it could be multiple programming language. If I use the same here, I have a problem here. It cannot understand any other programming language. It understands JavaScript. And my question is, why my browser can understand JavaScript? It's not that difficult. Think of it. Why my browser can understand JavaScript, why it cannot understand C, for example?
And it's an environment for the
Yes, it is environment. Yes, but there is a reason also. No, you did not give me the reason. There is a reason why. Yes.
Because it's not local, it's higher programming language, and the computer cannot understand it.
No. My question here, my browser can understand JavaScript. What is the reason? It's not related to the language, it's related to the browser. There is something inside my browser can understand JavaScript. What it is? It's JavaScript engine. So your browser here, your browser is very advanced piece of tool. It does not include just something to see. It includes JavaScript engine, and that's the reason why it can understand JavaScript. It includes HTML and CSS parser, and that's the reason why we can see HTML and CSS. We see the color in our browser. Our browser also includes a lot of APIs, which you will gonna learn in the future. Our browser also, as I told you, it includes a lot of different API, a lot of JavaScript engine, and it does not include Python engine or C or C#, for example, compiler. That's the reason why my browser can understand JavaScript, because it includes inside it, there is JavaScript engine. And that's the reason when I type anything JavaScripty, my browser understands it because it has a JavaScript engine inside it. Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So a browser, we call it environment. What do I mean by environment? So it's a place can understand JavaScript. And a browser is not just the only environment can understand JavaScript. We have multiple environment. One of them, or another of them, is what we call Node. So Node, if I go back to my Xcali draw, and I just clean these guys here. Voila. So before 2007, 2008, my browser, that's my browser here. And I can just say Google Chrome, for example, Google Chrome or Chrome, just Chrome. Only the browser could understand JavaScript. I could not write JavaScript outside of the browser because inside the browser, as I told you, there is JavaScript engine. And this JavaScript engine can understand JavaScript. Before 2007 to 2009, it was not possible to write JavaScript outside of the browser. But in between 2007 and 2009, because it took 2 years to build this environment, a very smart engineer came here and I said, okay, I have JavaScript engine inside this browser. Why I cannot take it out? So he take it out, and then he adds some extra library using C and C++, and voila, we have Node. So that's Node. Now, Node is another place we can execute JavaScript, but it's away from the browser. And here in the browser, here, anything related to the front end, we will need the browser, and you already know in the browser we have JavaScript engine, so I can use JavaScript. But for the backend, we could not use JavaScript before 2009. It was not possible because anything outside of the browser cannot understand JavaScript. But when these guys, this engineer, just took JavaScript engine from Chrome, which we call it V8, its name is V8. That's the name of JavaScript engine. He took it out, he added some extra library, and then he create another environment, and we create Node. Now we can write JavaScript in any place we want to. So JavaScript is not related to the browser. I can write it for the front end, and I can write it also for the backend. And that's simply Node. So Node is environment. It helped me to execute JavaScript simply. Is it clear what I'm trying to explain or not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
is it used just for backend? Node.
Yes, we use it for the backend. We will use it in the front end to install some library, but mainly we use it for the backend. Let me show you what do I mean. So if I go here and I say app, as you can see, app.js is JavaScript file. Why? Because the extension is JS. And here is just markdown file. Why? Because the extension is MD. So depending on the extension, I know what type of the file. Let's type here console.log. So if I type console.log, and remember, I am not in the browser, and I say hello world, now I can use Node. I can tell my terminal here, I can tell my script here, okay, I don't want to execute this code in the browser. I want to execute it inside Node. How can I do that? All I have to do, I just say Node, and the name of my file, I can just say app.js, and voila, as you can see, I have the result here. So in this case, I did not use the browser. I use Node, and as I told you, Node is just an environment to execute JavaScript, but away from the browser. We use Node mostly for the backend. So it's our way to use JavaScript in the backend. The language is still JavaScript, but the environment is different. It's Node. When you use it for the front end, the language is JavaScript, but the environment is the browser. Clear? That's
And
simply Node.
every browser uses the same environment. You say the V8, right?
No. Each browser uses different JavaScript engine, and that's the reason there is some differences between them. Now, starting from 2000, I think 2000, 2002, there is an organization called ICMA. ICMA try to make JavaScript a standard language, because if every browser gonna use a little bit different JavaScript, it will be a problem for developer. I cannot write code. I can write one code for all browser, but I cannot write this code for this browser, this code for this browser. And that's the reason why this organization try to standardize JavaScript. Now, most of JavaScript is the same now. I mean, the engine are not that different, but still each browser use different engine. The fastest engine we use, it is inside Chrome, we call it the V8. And that's the reason why 99 to 95% of the developer use Chrome. Because Chrome, most of developer uses, that means if you have an error and try to Google it, you will have a better chance to find a solution. That's why I will ask you whenever you're trying to code, when you're trying to develop, I want you to use Google Chrome. So they are not using the same JavaScript engines. They are different between them. And that's the reason why it's a good idea to all the time now if you want to serve and read stuff, you can use any browser, that's fine. But whenever you're trying to develop and code, please use Google Chrome. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's simply about, when we are not gonna use Node, at least for the front end, we just gonna use an NPM actually mostly, which is Node Package Manager, to install some packages in the front end because we need some packages. Node, we will not gonna use it unless it's for the backend. I don't think for this year we're gonna use Node, we're gonna use Java, but anyway. So Node, again, it's just an environment to execute JavaScript, simply like that. So I can write my code and then I can ask Node to execute my JavaScript code. And yeah, I can actually do it in the browser, and or I can do it outside of the browser. If it's outside of the browser, that means it's a backend. If it's inside the browser, that's front end, simply like that. Okay. Now, what is NPM? Node, its environment. Node, it has a lot of packages. So when I'm trying to develop a software, and sometimes there is a lot of code written by other developer I can reuse. I don't have to start from zero, because there is a lot of code written by other developers, which can make my life very easy. And that's what we call packages. So each packages, depending on the packages, we have a lot of packages. Each package does a certain job. So if I go to NPM, for example, which is Node Package Manager, I click on this one and I try to sign in. I don't remember my username actually, but just a second, it's asking me for some confirmation. That's annoying. Voilà. Thank you. Okay, I've logged in. So as you can see here, we have up to 3 million packages, 3,398,000. We have a lot of different packages. React, actually, it's a library. React DOM, we use it with React also. Lodash, Axios, Chalk. So we have a lot of different library we can use to make our life very easy. I think I have 2 packages I've created. So there is something called DevFrame, and DevFrame, it will allow you to manipulate the date. So if you want specific day, stuff like that. And we have Lingo Shift, it allows you to translate between different languages. So if your website using different languages like English, French, Dutch, and you want to switch between them, this library will allow you to do so. But anyways, that's not my point. My point here, NPM is, it's a Node Package Manager. We have a lot of different packages, million of packages, and we can use some of these packages to make our life very easy. And in order to know, so we just need to know what's the package we need to use. And you may ask me, how could I know what package to use? Well, this comes from experience. Whenever we need a package, I'm gonna install it, and then you're gonna learn that we need this package, and so on and so on and so on. So you learn it from building projects, from explaining stuff, and so on. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I ask you why is there so many downloads for last month?
I don't know. Each month each day we have thousand and thousand and thousand, sometimes hundreds of thousands of downloads. For example, React, everyone uses React. React is a library, and then every time we use React, it will consider it a download, and so on. So here it just shows you the last month how many downloads we have. So each month actually we have the same number. You got my point. Each day we have a huge number of downloads because it's not one package or two. We are using more than 3,398,000 packages. It's just not just for the front end, back end. We can use also JavaScript for mobile using React Native, which is library here. We can also use JavaScript to build the desktop application. So yeah, We use a lot these packages. Yes, no?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So first, when you install Node, you automatically install NPM. What is NPM? I told you. What is NPM?
Node
Node
package
manager.
Yeah, so Node Package Manager, as you can see, the version I have is 10.8. And now here, whenever I want to install, I don't think in the beginning you will install anything. It's already for you, and all you have to do, you just need to say npm I to install the dependency. But later on, when we get later by advanced, I'll teach you how to install a library. But for now, let's just practice some command, how to install a library. So let me go here. So the first command here, before I will be able to install any package, I need to initialize npm. How can I initialize npm? Well, the command is very simple. I can just say npm init. If I say npm init, it will give me some question I need to answer. So actually, let's see. If I click on this one here, it will tell me what is the name of your package. So what is the name of your project? I can just say, or it's telling me, do you want to keep the name hello? I can just say enter. Yes, I want to keep it hello. What's the version? It's the first version, so I can say description. I can write some description for my project, or I can just say enter. What is the entry point? It's app.js. That's it. What's the name of my main file? It's app.js. Click test, blah, blah, blah. I can just hit enter and stuff like that. And when I hit enter, I will have package.json files being created for me. I need this file. If I want to install any package, I need to install this file. So first, let me delete it again, and let's go here. I don't need all the time to answer this stupid question. So what I can do here, I can just say npm init -y. -y, that means yes for all the question. So instead of answering enter, I can just say -y. If I hit enter, voila, just create package.json for me. So just a second, I think my head's. You still can hear me, right?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
As you can see in package.json, I have the name of my project, I have the version, I have some description, I have the main entry, which is app.js. I have some script, I have some keyword, I have some license. Don't worry about any of those. But you need to understand, if you want to install any package, first you need to initialize npm. How can I initialize npm? Well, it's quite simple. npm init -y, that's a command. Simply like that. After I initialize npm, now I can install any library I want to. Well, I install. So, but how can I install library? Let's go to npm and let's try to install, for example, Axios. Axios, it's just a package allow me to send a request to the backend to get some data. I will not go inside. I will not explain it now because we don't need it now. We will need it later. But if I click on Axios and I go down, as you can see, it will show me all the information. How can I install this package? How can I use this package? So each package has documentation. And in this documentation, it will be detailed information. How can I use this package? Of course, because I did not create this package, so I don't know how to use it. And whenever we need a package, we need to go to the documentation, read the documentation, understand it, so we know how can we use it. But for now, we just need to install the package. How can I do it? Well, just simply it's npm install Axios. I can just copy this command, or I can just type it here if I want to. So to install any package, the command is npm install, or I it work, or install like that. Both will work. And now I need to know what's the package name. And the package name I choose, it was Axios, right? And now I need to hit enter. When I hit enter, well, as you can see now, I have dependency and I have Axios, as you can see. So it will show me the Axios that I need, this Axios library, and it will show me the version 1.7.9. And if I want to install any other package, it's the same idea. So let's install something else, for example, Prettier. Click. As you can see, I have Prettier. We use Prettier to format our code. You don't need to understand the package now. We're going to use them later, but I'm just going to show you how to install a package. So that's simply how we can install a package. Now, when we install a package,
you need to understand some stuff here. We have something called dependency, and we have something called PM I minus D prettier. Let me remove the prettier here. Okay. So we have two type of packages. We have dependency and we have deep dependency. Can anyone tell me what's the difference between the two? Yes?
No idea.
Maybe dependencies are used for projects that is deployed and the dev is just for development, something like that.
That's good. So dependencies, that mean your project, you will not work if you don't have this package. That means if you deploy your project, you make it online, you need to have this package because it depends, my project depend on that. But when I say dev dependencies, that means I only need it during the development when I write code. But when I finish, I don't need that anymore. So dependency, I need them in production. When I deploy my code to a server and it's available, I need it in production. Dev dependency, I only need it while I am coding my project. Cool?
Yeah, so these dev dependencies working here in Visual Code, I mean this prettier is for formatting, right?
Yes, so prettier to format my code, but after I finish, I don't need to format my code. I mean, I'm formatting my code only when I'm writing for me and for my colleague developer so we can understand the code easily. But when we are finishing, we don't need to prettier anymore because most of the time we're gonna bundle our codes. That means we make our code one file so no one can understand it. So prettier is important while I coding, but when I finished, I don't need prettier anymore.
So it works like a Visual Studio extension in real time?
Yeah. Or I can simply run. So after I install prettier, I can go to package.json. So if I go to the prettier library, actually, so let me click on this one. Let's go to npm and let's search for prettier. Whenever I search for prettier, as you can see, so each week 39 million people download this library. So when I install this library and I go to this one to the documentation, actually I don't have a lot of documentation here. We have the code. I can see the code, by the way. I can see this one, but I think we have it outside of npm. So if I say prettier doc, I have the documentation for prettier. So voila. So if I go here, all this documentation about prettier, as you can see. So yeah, it's a lot of documentation about just this package. Show me how can I use prettier with React, with Angular, with Vue. How can I install it? How can I ignore some code? So we have detailed information about this library. But to make it easy for you, because I've already used the library, now if I want to format my code, let's say I will create a function and you don't need to understand the function for now. So as you can see, I have 4 spaces here, as you can see. Now sometimes there are just 2 spaces. The code is not 4 spaces, it's 2 spaces like that. For me, I hate 2 spaces like that. I don't like 2 spaces, I prefer 4. So if I want to format my code, I can use prettier. And what I can do after I install the package, I'm sure I have the package, I can go to the script. And now I can add another script here and I can say format like that. Again, you will tell me, how do you know that? Because I've already used the package. Prettier dash dash right, those like that. So that's the command here. When I use prettier dash dash right, it will go through all my file and it will try to format my code. Of course, I can also create a new file which is called prettier.rc to add my setting, but don't worry about now. So that's the way here to install the package and I can add some script and then I can use this script like that. You will not write any script for now because for the module 1 and 2, the script are already there for you. You just need to know how to run the script. If I want to run this script, what should I do? I want to run this script. What should I do? npm
Format.
again, npm
Format.
run Good.
Non-format.
Now here, what's the name of the script?
Format.
Format.
Well, and then as you can see, it's format all.
Package JSON.
Sorry.
No, sorry.
So all you have to do just npm run and the name of the command here, and it will run the command. And now, as you can see, everything is being formatted. If I go to app.js, now it's taking 2 spaces, as you can see, not 4. But if I want to change that, I can. I can create a file and do that, and we will learn it later on, not now. Okay?
Yes, but I have a question. So on VS Code, I think we have a plugin Prettier. Is it really necessary to install the package again?
Well, you don't need to install the package, but when we are working on specific repo, I've already installed the package for you. You don't need to worry about that. You're not gonna.
Okay.
Okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
You
Thank
can
you.
use the extension now, but when you use the package, when you install the package, it will overwrite the extension in VS Code. So depending on the project, some project I will ask you, some project I will not ask you. It's really depend on you. But don't worry for now. What I want you to understand how to install a package, how to uninstall a package, and how to know what's the difference between packages. So we have dependency and dev dependency. Dependencies, that mean I need them for production. Dev dependency, I only need them for development. But now my question, what if I want to uninstall this Prettier? I don't need this Prettier. What should I do? The
You
command
can just remove that line from dev dependencies and save it.
just delete it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good approach. That's a
Format.
very bad approach.
Why not?
Because this package.json, if everyone gonna do that, they will mess with this package. This package is very, very important because when I push my code to GitHub, I don't push my node module. I don't push the packages because the packages, their size is very big. What I'm pushing here is this package.json, which will show me all these library. And in some cases, if everyone do that, that will create a problem. It's not a good idea. The best idea is to use the terminal to remove the package, just like I use a terminal to install the package. What is the command? npm. Do I have any command here? Do you see any command?
Uninstall maybe, and the name of the
You are
command.
correct. It's called uninstall. Uninstall, and now the name of the package. Which package I want to uninstall? Prettier, for example. Voila. And voila, a Prettier is gone, as you can see. Simple. So just install and uninstall. That's it. Cool?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, no.
So you know now what is npm. npm is Node Package Manager. We install Node, but we don't really need Node for the front end. What we really need is Node Package Manager. Why? Because in the future we will need some packages and we need to install some packages. In order to do so, it's very simple. If you want to, most of the time when I ask you to do project, you will have a template repo, so you don't need to create those by yourself. It will be already for you there. But you may need to install a package. How can you install a package? npm install the name of the package. Okay, fine. How can I update a package? So for example, if I keep a package like for 2 or 3 years, or maybe even for a few months, the package will have different version. If I want to, I need to update the package. And in order to update, I just say npm update and the name of the package. What if I want to uninstall? npm uninstall the name of the package, simply like that. If I want to install a package as a dependency, so if I want it to be dependencies, that means I need it in production. I will say npm install or whatever the package is. So let's try to install Axios already. Already have Axios, but here if I want to install it, it will install here in the dependency. So if I say npm I or install Axios, it will be installed in the dependency. But what if I want to install something, let's say Prettier as a div dependency? Well, if I want to install it as a div dependency, npm I or install minus capital D. Capital D means I want it to be div dependency. Prettier, and voila, div dependency. You can also use another command here, which will be a little bit long. I don't use it normally actually. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dash dash div. Actually, it's not no dash dash div dash dash save. Dash save here. So you don't need to use all of these commands. You can just use minus capital D, and it will do the same job. Remember, it will not work with a small d. It must be capital D. So npm I minus capital D, that will install it as a div dependency. If I don't use minus D, it will install it as a dependency, simply like that. Okay. That should be okay. Now you know how to install some packages, how to update a package, how to delete a package or uninstall package. That should be good. VS Code, do you know already VS Code? I think so. VS Code, it will be our text editor. This text editor allow us to write our project, because if we write our code not in VS Code, it will be really difficult. VS Code, as you can see, it's format everything, and also it color different. So your code is being colored, and if I have any problem, let's say I have any, let's say I say const, and by mistake I make something here, it's equal to something, it show me, as you can see, I have an error already. So it's telling me unknown keyword or identifier. Do you mean const? So VS Code, it will help me it make it actually very easy to write code. Whenever I have an error or something, it will just tell me that I have this error, which is great actually. Like that, as you can see, I fix the problem and voila, it's gone. VS Code, what you need to know, you just need to know that you have some extension you can install.
And Sam,
Sorry?
Sam, I see that when you send us the link for the repo, that I see something like capital cap the pilot something like that.
Copilot, GitHub
Copilot,
Copilot.
sorry, yeah.
Copilot.
So is it automatically, because I see that there is some if you're a student, you can ask your administration to allow you to use it or something. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Don't use Copilot.
Okay.
As a beginner, do not use Copilot. It's not good for you because you will not be able to learn properly. Don't use Copilot, please. I use it because I already know the code. I don't have to write all the code. It just helped me to write the code. But I've already know the code. Don't use Copilot because really it's not good for you as a beginner. Right? Let me get rid of this one. So in VS Code, what you really need to understand, as I told you, you have some extension here, some good extension for you. You will not need .NET, that you don't need it. Yeah, maybe auto close tag. It will be nice for HTML. Auto close tag. Auto import. You don't need it for now, but auto close tag, you may need it. Here, you not need anything. No. Maybe code spell checker here. If you have any error here, as you can see, it will show you, it will help you to fix your error like that. Other than that, I don't think you will need anything. For now, of course, later on we need to install. Maybe you need to install this Markdown because you need to know how to write Markdown now. So
And I think we will need a live server to run the code in the browser.
Sorry?
A live server. I see.
A live server.
Yeah.
You need live server actually. Not for AMD, but later on, when you build a project, you will need live server. Other than that, do not worry about the rest. That should be enough. Just few of them, live server and auto close tag. But later on, we need more extension. Whenever we need some extension, we'll go back and install the extension. Okay. Of course, VS Code has a lot of shortcut, and if you want to be efficient, you can't just, for example, all the time click on this one open file, open folder, and do that. So all the time, as you can see, we have shortcut if you are on Mac or Windows, or even in Linux. Using shortcuts make you more productive. For example, instead of clicking in here, and open this one, I can just say Command O, and it will open for me, as you can see, directly, without anything. If I open a new terminal, I don't have to go here and open new terminal. All I have to do just Command G while I am inside my terminal. So learning this shortcut, they are quite important. There is online actually, if you want to go to VS Code shortcut. So if you type for Mac or Windows or whatever, if you click on this one, you will have a PDF. And in this PDF, as you can see, it will show you all the shortcut related to VS Code. Of course, you can change this shortcut, but for now, it will be a good idea to know some of them. It will make you more productive. You have the same for Windows and Linux. So this is for Mac. So if you type Windows, you will have for Windows, same idea, and also for Linux, as you can see. Voila. That should be okay. It's already 12. We need to go Markdown, and that should be fine. Okay, guys, let's take our lunch break. We should have taken lunch break at 12. Sorry for that. I'll see you at 1 and 8 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You can stay in the. Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, you too.
You too.
Thank you.
Again, when I clone the repo, I create my own. I do npm install to install the library with a dependency. I create my own branch. I check out my branch. You need to make sure you are your own branch. After that, what I can do, I need to go to student bio here, student bio. Inside student bios, I have a folder for images. If you want to add an image, your image, you can put it here. Then you need to create a new MD file inside student bio, and the name must be exactly like your GitHub username. Now, what I can do here, I can add some information about myself. For example, it's your bio, so you need to add information about yourself. For example, I don't know if I'm gonna add any information. Yeah, let's go here. For example, I can just say, and remember, of course, you need to use Markdown. I can just say, hello. Hello, and something like that. Of course, you need to be really detailed and nice. I'm not gonna write all the Markdown, but for you, you need to add something really nice. So, hello, I am Sam here. And also I can add these guys here if I want to, for example, wave or stuff like that. So to use these emojis, if you want to use emojis, first you need to start with colon. And if you start with colon here, you can just type a little bit, for example, what do you want to write? Wave for you, something like that. If I do so, yeah, it should show me here this extension. Of course, to show this one, I have extension, and this extension is called Emoji Sense. This extension will help you to show the different emoji, as you can see here. So if you want to install this extension, it's fine. Emoji is called emoji, one word, Emoji Sense. Okay?
Yes.
Great. Now I need to write some more information here. Of course, it will be your BU, so you need to write it in a really nice way, in some information about yourself. Hello, I'm Sam here. I'm a software engineer. You can write whatever you want to, I don't know. It's your bio here. And geologist. Yeah, something like that. It's really depend on you. Maybe I can just do this one. After that, I can just say hobbies, maybe. Hobbies should be HYF-BE, if I'm not mistaken. Hobbies here, I can just, I don't know, traveling maybe. Reading. Anyway, you will now write some information about yourself. You can add your image here if you want to. And of course, to add an image, you need exclamation mark like that. Say, I don't have an image for myself, so I'm going to use a cat image because simply I do not have any. So here it will be /, and I need to go inside image, and I need to use this cat GBG. And at any point, of course, if you want to see your MD, you can click on this one here. It's called preview. Open preview. And if you open the preview, you can see it this way, as you can see. So you will write a very, very nice bio. And of course, you're going to use Markdown, as I told you. You must add a lot of information. It's really up to you, but should be your name, some hobbies, maybe what the language do you speak? What different language do you speak, for example, languages? And maybe, I don't know, what do you like, for example? I don't know.
Yeah.
So you need to add some information about yourself simply. After you added all this information, what should I do? Well, let me just add this one. Voila. Okay, after I'm finished, let's say that's mine. Of course, you need to add more. Mine, I'm not going to add a lot of stuff, but in your case, you need to add a lot of information here about yourself. It's totally up to you, but try to make it as nice as possible. After I'm done, what should I do? Well, I will close this one. I'll make sure 100% that my MD file is inside bio, which is inside, as you can see. So this one here is inside bio. My image, I will make 100% my image is inside image folder. And after that, what I need to do here, I need to go to package.json. So as you can see here, I have some script I need to run. The first 5.1. The last 3, it's not yours, that's mine. So we need to write this script here, format check, spell check, length ls, length md. Why is this checks for here? So these checks will make sure that you are writing your MD in a correct way. And if you have any mistake, it will show you that you have a mistake here and you need to fix it until everything is okay. Of course, you may ask me, why do I need to use format check again, spell check, length ls, length md? Until here, do not use this one, please. Those are not for you. Any update people, module readme, that's not for you. If you want more information about this script here, what you can do, you can go to your repo, go to your module. And if you go to your module, which is the workflow, if you scroll down at the bottom, you will find code quality check. And here they explain npm run format, why we are using it. We are using it to format our files. npm run format check, it will check your format if there is any error or they are not structured. npm run spell check, it will check if you have any spell check error and it will let you know. npm run length md, it will just try to length your MD file and list all of them. So that's what we call the code quality check. It will make sure that whatever you wrote is concise, precise, without any error. But how can I write? How can I run this command? It's quite simple. After I finish everything, I'm happy with my MD file. I'm okay. I've added my image. Everything is fine. What I need to do, I can just open my package.json this way, and now I can just say npm run format. Click, and I will check here. Do I have any error, any problem? No, I don't have anything. That's great. I will run the second check here. npm format check. Let's try npm run format check. Click. It will check your format. You say all match file, use prettier code style. Everything is good. That means I don't have any problem. Okay, after that spell check. So I need to say npm run spell check. Spell dash check. So that's the name of the script here. npm run, that's the command. That's how I can run different scripts. If I click on it, it will go here. And as you can see, I don't have any problem. If you have any new names and stuff like that, it will show here in red. For example, if I go to here and I add a new strange word, let's say this one like that, which is strange actually. And here, let's try to run it. No, I don't have any problem actually, or even better. But anyway, when you run npm run spell check, yes, I have everything actually. I have the spell check. Everything is here. But anyway, if you run this command npm run spell check and you click enter, npm run spell check, if you have any word here in red, it will tell you that I don't understand this word. Now, maybe the word are not a problem. Maybe they're not mistake, but here the spell check does not recognize it. So if there is any word it does not recognize it, you can just add it here to these words here. Please do not add it any place else. Do not add it here. Just add it to the words here. So you will come here at the end. If you have a new word, you can just add comma, then double quote, not single quote, double quote, and you will add the word like that. Voila. And you need to remove the comma at the end because that's JSON. JSON will not accept the comma. So if you have any new word, you can just add it here. That's it. So you just need to run it again in npm run spell check until you are sure you don't have anything in red, which is a few word does not, my spell check does not recognize it. After I'm done with this one, now I have the last two command, which will be, come here, where is it, my package.json? So I have npm length ls and npm length md. So I can just say npm run length ls. I don't have any problem, which is great. Length md. Okay, so if I pass all these checks, that means my code is great. I don't have any problem. And you need to make sure to run all these checks here and pass them. If you have any problem, do not push your code. Okay, so when I pass all of those without any problems, that's great. Now what I need to do here, after I'm 100% sure that everything is great, I go to the changes. What did I change? Well, I added this file, that's okay. I added this one. Here, I don't want this word really, I'm gonna reverse it. So revert or reverse, it will untrack it. So if I click on this one, discard change, it will remove the change from this guy here, which will see spell.json, because I did not really add anything to it. It was just a word I created. Now I can just say get status. As you can see, I've added two changes. The change I added is inside student bio / image, and I add a cat image, and then student bio / sam .md. Everything should be fine now. What I can do now, I can just add it to just get add. And what change do I made? Well, I made a change in student bio, in image, and here in cat, and also in student bio. So it must be exactly as this one. You can copy paste it if you want to. Student bio in this folder. And here I have some md. Voila. And if I say get status again, as you can see now, both of them is being added to the staging area. Now I need to commit my change. So I can just say get commit. And here -m, I need to add my message, either single quote or double quote. It's up to you. And here I can just say add some bio. Click. And after that, now I need to push my code. So I've added my changes, I commit my changes, and now I need to push my code. So let's try to push my code. Notice what will happen. Get push. Know that I am not in the main here. I am inside my own branch. If I say get push, notice what get it will tell me. Get is very smart. It will tell me, yes, but you do not have this branch on GitHub. Well, indeed, if I go to my GitHub here, and I go to, where is it? Where is the home? If I go to home, and I check the branches, I have only one branch, which is called main. I'm trying to push my code to another branch. So what does Get is telling me? Get's telling me, okay, if you want to create a new branch on GitHub, please use this command. All you have to do, just copy this command, paste it, and voila. I click on it. Here, just ignore it. And now, as you can see, my code is being pushed. Now, notice what will happen here. In my home, it will say Sam, that the branch has recently pushed 2 seconds ago. So simply it's telling me that there is another guy or another user he sent his code on a branch called Sam. So what will be the solution? What should I do now? Well, now I need to create a pull request.
Me, how can I merge my code to main? One of you asked me, how can I merge my code to main? Was it? Hello? Okay, the rest are sleeping?
No.
Yeah. No, but
No, but just accept the request.
No, we are
If you
here.
need it, if you don't, ignore it.
Okay. So after you push your code, now what do I need to do here? I need to make a pull request. So a pull request does mean I have a new code and I want to merge it. I want to add it to main because currently it's not on main. So I need to click on this button. And after I click on this button, it will notice here, the code here, it will be moved from branch Sam to branch main, which is what I want to. So I will just add Sam's bio. So that's the reason, actually, that's what I'm trying to do here. And what I can do, I can create a list here. I can just say, what did I do? So I created a new branch. What was the name of my branch? It was Sam, right?
Sam.
Yes, Sam.
can you copy it and just paste it, or is it okay like that, writing it again?
Sorry?
Can you copy what you write on the VS Code and paste it, or you have to write it again like this?
No, it's up to you. For me, I think when you code on GitHub or VS Code, it's the same. It's really up to you. You can copy paste it if you want to. That's fine. But now here I need to write what did I do. So first I created a new branch. Then I created a new MD files, which was file. What was the name? It was Sam 0. So that's my name .md or my GitHub username like that, and added my information. What did I do after that? Well, after that, I run all the code quality check. How my code quality check I run? I run 5 of them, npm format, run format check, spell check, length ls, length md. And after that, here I just make a PR, make a pull request. Voila. So you will just mention here what step did you do. Okay, who is the reviewer? Who you want to review your pull request?
So
Front end 2025.
Yes,
Yes,
you.
so for you, you will assign me, but for me, I cannot assign myself because I created the pull request. So I'm just gonna leave it anyway, but for you, you need to add a reviewer. For me, I cannot assign myself because I created the PR, so it doesn't make sense. But I can assign it to myself. I can put the label. What is the label here? I can just add MD if I want to, because my file is an MD file. So if it's, for example, HTML or JavaScript, I could add JavaScript or HTML, for example. I can add GS here or HTML here or CSS, but in reality, I did not add all of that. I just add MD. Should I add it to the project board? No, we'd never add a pull request to project board. Milestone here, no, I don't want to add milestone too. So for pull request, we don't add milestone, we don't add project to add it to project board. So let's create the pull request. And voila, that's my pull request simply. I'm gonna check those, this one, this one, this one. So it's telling me here this branch has no conflict with the base branch. In your case, of course, it will run some code quality check. If everything is passed, you will have a sign like that. That means everything is okay. But if you have a problem, it will show something red. So X red, that means you cannot just merge your pull request. For me, of course, I can now merge it because I am the admin on the repo. So I can merge it here. For you, you should never merge your pull request. All the time, you need to assign other people because other people need to read your code, make sure everything is okay, and then merge it here. I'm not gonna keep my pull request. I'm gonna close it because the idea was just to show you what we have to do. After that, when I approve it, then it will be added to the main. That's it. But I'm gonna close my pull request. That's how we simply create a pull request. Cool? No?
Cool.
Yes.
And now
Yeah.
your job is to do exactly what I did. So your first project, it will be to create your student bio. So that means you need to go to be a front-end class, home. If you click on home, you need to clone this repo. And then after you clone this repo, you will go to student bio. And here you have folder called image. If you have any image you want to add, you will put them here. Then you need to create a new MD file, which will be your GitHub, exactly like your GitHub username. It will not work if it's not, even if uppercase or lowercase are different, it will not work. Be careful. So it must be exactly like your GitHub username. It's the same case in everything. Then you need to add some information. Of course, you need to do all of that on a new branch. You should never work on the main branch, I told you. So for the first step, when you do npm installs, then you need to create your own branch. And yeah, that's simply your first project. And something nice here when you are done, let me show you. So when you are done from your project, and I scroll down, for example, here, and I click on this one, so that will be the link. If everything is okay, and I click on this one, and now I don't have your bio, and after that I should have your bio. Okay? Yes?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please,
Okay.
please make
Will
sure the name of the file is exactly like this one. The casing is very important because if you use uppercase or lowercase, it will differ a lot and it will not work. Make sure 100% the name of the file is exactly like your GitHub username. Yeah, so that's your project. If you have any question, please let me know. If you don't have any question, you can try to do the project. You have tomorrow as well. So tomorrow I'm gonna repeat a lot of stuff to make sure it's clear. And after that, you will be doing your project, which will be student by. So you have all tomorrow.
Can we ask you to send the record of this meeting if we missed something?
Not now, at the end of the meeting, I cannot because I need to wait until we are done. So I can close Zoom, then I will have the recording. I will
Okay.
upload it by tonight, don't worry. Yes?
Yes.
Because unfortunately, I cannot do the recording. I need to close Zoom and I cannot close Zoom. We still have 2 hours.
I'm doing wrong, huh? Thank you, sir.
Hmm?
No, I see that you're correcting my issue. Thank you.
Sorry?
I see that you are correcting the issue I made. So thank you.
Yeah, because the issue you create is not good enough. First, it's not checked like that. This is not a check-in issue. This is deliverable issue. So deliverable here. That's a big problem. That's deliverable. The second one here is individual. And the last one here, it will be week 1. There is huge difference between check-in, checked 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. There is a huge difference between those. They are not the same. I will explain it later, but they are not the same. Anyways, that's not a check-in issue. Anyways, that's deliverable issue, and you need to add it to the project board. And also you need to add the milestone. Voila. Okay, so the first step, please create your your deliverable issue. Also, you can create your check-in issue, and after that, you can start doing your project. If you have any problem, of course, I'm here. You can ask your question. Tomorrow, I'm going to repeat most of the stuff, and I will ask you to build the project. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Question?
No
Uh,
question.
to double check, the README file, the project we're gonna make, we need to create a new one apart from the one we have on the one we clone, right?
I'm sorry?
The README file that we need to create a new one for ourselves, right?
Oh, yes, that's what I explained. So what you
Yes.
need first, you need to create a deliverable issue, then you need to create a check-in issue, and then you need to
Because
clone the home repo. After you clone the home repo, you will have something called bio here. Where is it? Bio, student bio. So the student bio, then you need to create your own MD file, and the name must be exactly like your GitHub username. Then you need to add your information, and if you have any image you want to add, put it inside image. And voila, when you are done, you need to run all these 5 code quality check to make sure that you don't have any error. And if everything is okay, then you can push your code. Please create a branch. So the first step is to create a branch. Do not write anything in the main, because after that, if you send me anything in the main, I'm going to close your pull request. I will not accept it. Do not send anything on the main, because you're going to mess with the whole repo, and I cannot accept it, please. So create your own branch, then do whatever you want.
Yes, I have a question about, I have just installed this Visual Studio, and it's get started with VS Code, and then US use AI feature with Copilot for free, or I can.
You are asking about Copilot?
No, I have just installed, and there are a lot of options. Get started with VS Code. Then there is a screen for set up Copilots for free. Choose your theme and languages like this. And
could you please share your screen with me?
just I'm gonna share you just